Good evening everyone. Today in this video we will fight against the atmos character of our world around us, as we do in every video of this channel. And today we will consider one statement. I guess some of you know the sketch by famous Monty Python group entitled The Deadliest Joke. Actually, I'm a fan of Monty Python group of this type of humor. I know that not everybody likes it, but there was a sketch about the deadliest joke that was valid and working against Germany until the the peace blown up and the war ended. And today I would like to talk about the most stupid statement I have ever heard. And this statement, please be ready, goes as follows. I took a credit to get myself out of poverty. Yes, you heard properly. Some people say I took a credit in the bank that are known from their honesty in very big quotation towards the customers. And if you look at the agreement in the bank, you always need to sign. You cannot read it all, and there is a lot of things written in attachments or in the small print called petit, which in French means small. So very small print, and the most important things are written there in such a language that one would need to study it for long to understand what was written there. And success is still not guaranteed despite in spite of all. So this statement, I took a credit in the bank to get myself self out of the poverty, is the most stupid statement I have ever heard in my life, because it means that many people are nowadays typical consumers who do not think about the real value of life, the real goal of life, and they only want to possess and consume. They even don't know that they are trapped within the main ideology of modern times. So, consumptionism connected with neo-Marxist ideology that attack family and other valuable uh, valuable things in life, for which it is worth to they are worth of dedication, human dedication of our time, efforts, even life. That simply credit is just to make us enslaved by our willingness just to possess things we don't need, and later enslaved by bank and corporations. Yeah, but what can we expect by majority of people who nowadays work in offices and corporations that do not produce something useful, just simply waste time of people, and majority of people who work there in these offices and corporations are simply passengers that travel in the train or bus called life, and they don't do anything. They simply go somewhere and just spend their time. There is also root square rule that if you have 10 persons and they are working together, 3 persons, so almost root square out of 10, produce over 50% of results. If you have 100 persons, so 10 persons do like this, the rest, the impact of the other fraction of people is minimal or more close to nothing. So such corporations nowadays, just to have electorate for elections and people to support their agenda or be influential in some countries, employ a lot of people. So even in the useful work in quotation, people are supposed to do their only root square of people produce something. So it's even a smaller number of fraction of people with respect to the entire number of people employed in these corporations or offices, which delivers something, even this useless stuff what these offices and corporations tend to deliver in quotation. So we see that it's not so easy nowadays. That's why such people think, because they do not have any supreme values in their life. They think that only possessing things they don't need and just consume the goods of this world is the main uh, main value, the supreme value of life, they can even think in such a way that to have more they can take credit to get out of the poverty, but they even don't know that credit for individual persons is mainly a trap to enslave them by their own willingness to possess the things they don't need, and later enslave them by banks and corporations. And they even don't think that credits are designed only to be used for special occasions, like for financing the venture if succeeds, a venture involving many people if succeeds, it would bring many more profits than the costs that were invested to start this venture, and plus many more than the profits every shareholder of this venture would like to get, and also many more that it's needed for the further investment to develop this venture in the future. So credits are the financial operations designed for really rare cases, not for individual people. For individual people, credits are used just simply to enslave them, make them stupid, and make them dependent on their vices, because this what that you want to have things you don't need, this is a vice, and later dependent on banks and corporations. And this reminds me the situation like the last decades of Roman Republic, when on the comitia, so the tribal assemblies of Roman people, let's say, because it can be translated like this, when elections took place to the senates and for consuls and for other officials of the Roman Republic, there were two hot potatoes, so topic no one really wanted to seriously touch. Divisions of the land among veterans from the military companies, which is understood because veterans who survived for their services needed to be rewarded with land that allowed them to spend their retirement and make them able to just have the families and deliver to the republic as many kids as possible, later future soldiers, so to keep the continuity of Roman state activities. And the another political hot potato no one wanted to touch, even worse, was the issue of the debts and cancellation of the debts, because also many people in big cities of these these days and those days were really also consumers, and they wanted to possess more than they could really afford with their own incomes. That's why cancellation of debts and debts themselves and credits, so credit is debt, it's not new, it's typical to highly urbanized and morally degraded and intellectually degraded parts of the society. So this is what I think, and I share my things with you. Sorry for small technical uh, disturbances that you heard few minutes ago, but I hope it didn't interrupt you with the movie. I wish you a nice evening, all the best, bye.